Okay, we are recording.
Okay. All right. Let me get my glasses on then. Let Grandpa put his glasses on. Hi there. My name is Roger. I'm here with my co-host Tagg, and we are doing a video today, a video review of a home in Bluefield, West Virginia. The reason we're doing that is because we actually run a YouTube channel that is focused on finding affordable housing for everyday people. Um, Today, our property or our house that we're going to review is in Bluefield, West Virginia. The address, if you want to follow along, is 3222 Maple Acres Road. And again, that's in Bluefield, West Virginia. Single family home that is for sale for almost $130,000. It's $129,900. Can't get much closer without being the actual amount. Anyway, it's a single family home. It's been on the market for almost 3 months, and it was built in 1939. It's a 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath. It's 1,456 square feet on a 3.45 acre lot. Those two things were very appealing to me. I like the look of the house also. But anyway, that's why I chose it for us to feature, even though it's quite a bit more than our typical um, target for a selling price of a home. It just seems like you get a lot for that extra amount. And it's still way below the average median price for a home in the US in 2025 when we're actually making this video in October of 2025. So I'll be quiet now. I'll let Tagg give us her impression of it. We've got 8 photos to look at on the realtor.com website. And so take it away, Tagg.
Okay. All right. Looks like we have 3 exterior photos. And so I think this looks cute. I really do. It looks like a cottage. And, they have an outdoor fire pit for grilling and everything. So that's good. A little extra storage here. Shrubbery looks nice and healthy. I don't know why this is on the exterior. Oh, because I'm on all photos. That's why. Okay. Oh, well, it's still there. All right. Well, okay.
Realtors, come on.
We'll find this. This is pushing a button. But I think the house is really cute. I think it has great curb appeal, and it reminds me of something that you would see in England or somewhere there. I've never been, so I can't really pinpoint an area. Hopefully we'll be able to see the other side of the house, but I think this is really great. And the fact that I think this is a great way to utilize land instead of just always leveling it out, which is, good for crops, stuff like that. But to make space work for you, I like the way how they have the garages under the home. That's the main level here. You don't have to, they just use what they had. And so I really like that a lot. And then the home itself is, not only is it part of its brick, which is, it might be add-on, but it's also stone. Stone is a natural element full of minerals and everything that I'm pretty sure the inside of that house is probably, that vibe is probably really just earthy. So, I don't have another word for it. It's understandable for everyday people, that's not so close to nature. But the home should be full of the same elements that is in the earth, just coming off the stones here. And so that's a higher vibration. It's part of the earth, living, breathing earth. So anyway, moving on. Unless you had any comments.
Don't. I think you said enough for both of us.
Okay, because I just felt as though I was rambling on.
You had a thought and you wanted to explore it. That's perfectly fine. Our videos, if anybody's seen us before, we can do that at times. Yeah, I do it more than you. What do you think of the kitchen?
I think it's lots of wood, but that's okay. It's nice wood, and it needs to be. It's a bit dated. I would go ahead and take that wallpaper down or paint over it or whatever. But I would bring it up to date here. It's some of the things are just so basic to make it modernized that sometimes my vision is clouded because I'm thinking outside of the granite countertops and the marble floor or the tile floor or the backsplash, or if the appliances are GE or not. So when I'm looking at the space, I'm taking in the ceiling, the walls, the structure, how the room is formed and where it can expand and where it can contract. And so there's so much that I take in when I look at these photos. So excuse me if I just don't have the words, but modernize means to me bringing up-to-date colors and blending it all together. I like the fact that it has a range top, even though it is an oven range top type of thing. But the way how they have it snuggled in to this kitchen island, I think I think that's great for cooking and preparing food and all of that, because it's not right against the wall and it's just nestled in there. I think that makes really great space. Any comments?
Where's the last kitchen photo at? Let's see if we've got everything here. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Having it there on the peninsula is kind of a neat touch, and you don't see that all the time. I like it. It definitely works for this kitchen. Not loving the paneling and I guess what you would consider the eat-in part of the kitchen. But and I'm assuming that's what do you call that? Vinyl laminate flooring with that pattern. I recognize it. I mean, I think I've seen it in a few houses over the years, my own years. So I would want to do some updating. You had mentioned the wallpaper that they had as up towards the ceiling. That with all that being said, I don't know if I would change the layout much because I like what I see here. Just want to, do the other things to make it more modern and I guess flow for me. I'm not exactly a person that endorses the term feng shui, but that's kind of, applies to what we're talking about doing. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about the kitchen. So back to you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you on the paneling over here. I like a nice bright kitchen myself, and you can update these windows or take down the coverings, put something else there that allows the light in. Sure, why not? Okay, so here is the bathroom. Looks pretty tight in there.
It does.
And there's only one photo of it, so it's not a very it's a good photo, but it's not a great photo. So not having dimensions to the bathroom it just kind of makes it a little bit harder to configure it differently to give you more space without um, sacrificing a bathroom. But anyway, yep, that's all we got.
That is all we have.
Yeah.
But there are 1.5 baths. So there's another half bath somewhere that I guess we don't get a chance to look at unless we go see the house in real life.
Yeah.
If that's, helps or matters at all. I think we're about all out of photos, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. There's just the bedroom left. And really can't tell if this is a master bedroom. I would assume it is. I mean, it's large, but that whole place looks large. So almost looks like a mini castle in a way. Yeah. So
that was the vibe I was
going to
getting
say
to.
the rest of the bedrooms look like this. Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming since it's a 3-bedroom house, this 1-bedroom photo they would have would be of the master bedroom. It would make sense. And it's a corner of the house because you can see windows on 2 walls. So it's likely that it's the master bedroom.
Yeah.
Anyway, not that that's a big deal, but what else do we got?
Okay. Well, we're going to check in on the neighbors.
Go ahead with what you were going to say. I didn't mean to interrupt you. That was unintentional.
I was just going to say that I'm going to assume that the rest of the bedrooms are similar to this one.
Okay. All right. I do like the house, though. I will say that. I like the house. It's got a pretty good size that would work for me in most cases. And I love the fact it's got a larger yard.
Yeah. Yeah, that is nice. This retainer wall is nice. It's nicely done. It would be nice to see the garage and the attic along with the half bath and the family room and living room. It would be nice to see the whole house. But this is the neighborhood. This looks really clean and stuff. So
that looks like it's the last house that. Oh no, it's not at all, is it? It's actually on what I assume is a fairly busy street. Whenever you see a yellow line in the road that you're on, you got to assume that's slightly more busy than your average residential street. Okay.
So moving on, you got a nice view of the countryside, I think. Beautiful trees, nice greenery. Not too well. Can't really say it's not too busy, but it does seem like it is privately located. This is the only thing that really kind of bothers me is that this home sits lower than this home, and even these homes back here where people are able to see in on you instead of the other way around where you're elevated. Just nosy neighbors, but I think it's a beautiful home. So let's get an aerial view of it.
Okay.
Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. But here's where it's laid out at. And here we are. It looks nice. You have all these trees.
Can you go back over?
Whoa, is this all of their acreage? Wow.
I think that's the next door neighbors, right?
Yeah, this is the neighbors, but still, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, it looks like our house that we're reviewing is the smallest lot in the neighborhood.
Absolutely. So I wonder if this was all just one big farm at one
Bet,
time and
I'll
they
bet it
just sold
was.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a good call because I believe you're right. And it's, even though it looks small by comparison, it's almost 3.5 acres. That's pretty decent
Mm-hmm.
sized in most communities.
Yeah,
Anyway, so if you're okay with it, I'll make some closing remarks and then hand things up back to you.
absolutely.
All right, all right. So, for you folks that are watching the video, we do appreciate you being here. We want to thank you for that. We want to tell you that we are doing these in the hopes that something Tagg may say or that I may um, that you find helpful in your home buying journey, or what you do with your home once you've found the right one and purchased it. Um, we do like to talk about what we would do with the house if we were to buy it and move in. So that's our hope, so that we're helpful to what you're doing. And so we want to take a moment and wish you the best of luck in your home buying journey. And that's all I got to say about that, so to speak. So I hand things back to you, Tagg, to close us out.
Okay, well, I'd like to remind you that your dream home might be a DIY away if you're into fixer-uppers or homegrown gardens. This channel is your go-to for real freedom through affordable housing and homesteading. If you have a property you would like to get the word out or have an area of interest, post a link in the comment section. We are more than happy to share your information to get the word out. After all, it's about people helping people. And we will catch you next video.
I hear your co-host.
Oh, yeah, too hot.